playoffs. I know it's not good. I know, but
well, let's start with the elephant in the room here. Petr Mrazek.
Boy.
Okay. It's gotten to the point where it's beyond ridiculous here.
Yeah.
For the third time. And we're not talking about a stretching out post to post. We're talking about standing there and going, where's he going?
Yeah.
It's the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. As a player, I've never experienced watching a guy disappear like this the third time this season.
Yeah. No, and I know, Sammy, you've got an opinion on the go ahead.
Well, no, it's just that, like, I saw a lot of people being like, oh, it's bad luck for Mrazek. It's bad luck. It's just had a year from hell. It's a nightmare season. This happens to him every year. He's a known Band-Aid. Like, he always gets hurt. That's a big part of that was a huge risk with him, that he always gets hurt. You had the risk with Jack Campbell, who was injury prone, and this is the guy that you tied the big contract to. Like, I'm not really here for the people saying it's a year from hell when a guy has been dealing with injuries like this for his whole career. The guy came around the net. He went down to a knee to defend it, and he skates off the ice. Like, yeah. I agree with Kyper. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like it.
Well, the stretch run here, this last month, April, was supposed to be the month where we go, do they have something in Petr Mrazek or not? Like, can they trust him? And this is unfortunate. You don't want to blame a guy for his injuries, but you can't trust him because he's got dried rubber bands for groins.
Never to be trusted again.
That's it.
It's over.
Well, and now it's a question for your off season and down the road what you do, but for this season, it's Campbell, Shelgren.
You're in survival mode for this year.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do now? It's Jack Campbell, and we talked earlier in the show. I expect him to play Thursday, tomorrow against Winnipeg.
Yeah, okay.
More so than ever now.
Yeah, whether he's halfway ready or not.
We'll see. Tomorrow they'll watch who takes the home net during morning skate. Could they possibly go to Shelgren? Of course they could, and buy him one more game.
Yeah,
but Jack's cleared. He's ready to go. You put him in.
Right, and with a rib, it doesn't seem like something that he would re-injure. It just hurts to do X, Y, Z.
It's healed.
Yes, okay. Because there's a real chance. Like, I mean, Campbell has had injury issues in the past. I don't know what this is made of, but like you can be looking at a Shelgren-Woll tandem heading into first round. Like
even if Petr Mrazek finds a way, and first of all, you don't buy into Kevin BX says that he could be back in a day or two
on Mrazek.
On Mrazek,
no,
he's gone for a month.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I don't think you'll see him in a Leafs jersey this year.
Even if he
maybe ever again.
Even if he comes back and he's cleared, how do you put him in a backup role?
Yeah, not knowing without seeing him play some games.
Even if Jack was to come back and get the net, if in fact you lose Jack, how would you be comfortable now going to Mrazek when he could just pull himself out of the game at any second for no apparent reason? Mm-hmm. And now you're down to another Zamboni driver.
I know. Okay, let's listen to what Sheldon said on Petr Mrazek.
It's tough. Obviously, we already have Jack out, so when you see that, it's tough. But yeah, Peter's been getting some traction here and had been playing well. So yeah, it's tough. But he's been through these kind of things before, so we don't know the severity of it. We'll get a greater sense of what the situation is in the coming days, but it looks like he's going to miss some time.
He was injured on October 14th versus Ottawa. He didn't play again for over 2 weeks. October 30th, he came back against Detroit and got hurt.
Played the full game.
But was hurt during the game.
Yeah.
And then he didn't come back for a month and a half. Was out till December 11th.
Against the Hawks.
And then he didn't see game action after that
until January, but that was more due to the COVID pause related.
Right.
So
came back after that.
Yeah.
Was not very good for a run. Had 2 good hockey games here. And we're back.
It's a bad signing, boys.
Yeah, it's a bad signing.
It's just you can make excuses about the injuries, and you can make excuses about it's a bad signing.
This was and again, Kyle was in a bit of a desperate mode here to find someone that could be in a position with experience backing up Jack.
Yeah,
That's essentially what it was. It was you
needed a sort of starter.
The moment Kyle Dubas traded for Jack Campbell was the day I said Anderson's fate is sealed here. They are grooming this guy. And even with Mrazek's signing, it was towards grooming Jack as the number one guy. And good on Jack. He took the opportunity and he ran with it the first 35 games.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But much like the trade deadline, JB, not a lot of great choices out there for him.
Right.
Petr Mrazek was, in his mind, the best of a situation. I just don't know where he needed to go for the third year and whether or not he was in a bidding war for Mrazek's services at the 3.9 he ended up spending on an AAV. I don't know the extent to that.
Yeah.
But maybe it was his way of solidifying a guy that had the experience that he had to back up Jack. It's gone. It's vanished.
Yeah.
And not that Leaf Nation really cares about this, but I got to almost think that his career's in jeopardy now with a groin that can give out on you at any moment.
Right. Well, part of me, we were joking before the show.
By the way, Marc-Andre Fleury first star for the Minnesota Wild.
Okay.
Completely unrelated. Anyways, continue.
We were being a little, joking around before the show, but I don't know if he can't play. Is that LTI retired? Like one of those things where the contract he gets paid out by insurance and frees you of that deal. I don't know. That's just a long shot. But if Mrazek feels like, look, I tried 3 separate times this year and my groin just quit. I mean, you kind of need one of those to play goal in the NHL.
Yeah, that's not solving any problems though right now.
No, it's not. Källgren came in. Don't know what you thought of Källgren. Maybe didn't have as much opportunity to evaluate him, but the posts were very good.
I actually, for when you think about the circumstances of that building and that history and the teams being tied and watching your starter disappear like that and then getting thrust, I think he did really well.
Yeah.
Completely agree, Kyper.
Totally, yeah.
He could have easily
more than
crumbled.
acceptable, and you can
couple
argue
shaky ones, but
it's maybe a few nerves there in the
we'll permit him that.
Curtis Lazar goal. Under all of that pressure,
grind on those things.
Oh my gosh, I think he's done terrific so far.
And credit to the team in front of him. When did he come in? 10 minutes into the first period. Like it was pretty early in the game.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
And credit to the team in front of them. They got some depth scoring last night. They had the one from Blackwell, but the D score one. You get Kampf gets a goal. Kerfoot makes a great play to earn a break. Quality play in front of him. I don't know if that's because he's there, but they've tended to play well when he's been in the net for whatever reason.
So where do you want to go next, boys?
Well, last night, teeing up